All right, looks like we're up. Good morning, guys. Wanted to talk to you guys today about some self-reliance tips. Uh, we can stack food to the rafters. I'm sure everybody out there's got canned goods, freeze-dried goods, all that stuff. But in a really bad shift situation, sooner or later that stuff is going to run out. Um, you just ain't going to have it no more. So what I look at is, what do we do after that? What do we do to prepare for after that's gone? You got to replace that stuff. It's not going to last forever. Uh, Gave y'all a little sneak peek the other day about uh, raising chickens. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. I've let my dog out. Sorry. Chickens are real easy little livestock to get into. First thing we need to talk about is, what's the benefits of chickens. One hen will lay you about 250 eggs per year. Myself, I have small flock. I've got 7 hens. I've got 1 rooster. The reason I have a rooster is because I want my hens' eggs to be fertile. That way, if I get a broody hen that wants to set on some eggs and raise little ones, they're going to hatch. Then I can replenish that flock of chickens. You don't have to have a rooster, but it's good to have one. But like I said, one hen, they're gonna lay like 9 months out of the year. So one hen, 250 eggs a year. I've got 7 hens, so I'm looking at, I usually get somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,700, 1,800 eggs a year in that 9-month period. That, if you do some math on that, that's probably about 145 to 150 dozen eggs a year. What would that cost you in a store? Think about that. Well, it usually costs me about $9 a bag for what's called laying pellets. I buy those from our local Amish community. They have a feed store there. It comes in 50-pound bags. 50-pound bag with me free ranging my chickens. A bag of feed lasts me anywhere from a month and a half to 2 months, especially during the spring and summer months when I'm free ranging the chickens. Some during the day. I always put them up at night. But if you take that, I spend about $54, $55 a year on feed. That, if you take and look at how many eggs I got and what my feed costs are, I've got about 36 cents a dozen in my eggs. 36 cents. That is cheap. You're paying $34 for eggs in the grocery store. The nice big brown eggs. You can buy those China eggs for 79, 89 cents a dozen. You get a little better deal than that on them at Walmart. But those things, those chickens are steroided out. They're fed all kinds of antibiotics, and all that stuff goes in your eggs. You don't want that. But let's talk a little bit about coops and keeping the chickens and how easy that is. Chickens don't need a lot of room. It's suggested that you have 10 square foot per bird running, on the outside in the pen area. You can get by on 3 to 4 square feet. The sleeping area, you want to give those birds, 8 to 10 inches each bird, so they're comfortable, but close enough in the wintertime that they stay warm. You know what I'm saying? And you want that part of your coop up higher than your actually penned in area. so they can actually go up in there. They feel safe in there, away from predators and that kind of stuff. Now, when you build your coop, you want to make sure that that thing has the wire that go down the sides. You want it over the top, and it's a good idea to actually have it on the bottom, which it's not going to last long on the bottom. But you at least want that wire going down in the ground deep enough that a predator can't dig in there at night and get your chickens, because opossums, raccoons, your neighbor's dogs, house cats, bobcats, coyotes, anything like that will try to get in there and get your chickens. And another problem that sometimes you can have is the old common rat snake, which I don't like to kill those or do anything. A lot of times I'll relocate them, but they'll try to get in your coop and eat your eggs. They won't bother your chickens, but they will try to eat your eggs. So that said, there's not a lot to it, but the main thing is that you're replenishing that food supply. You got stuff that you can go to, and it's going to be there. Like I said, you can't depend on what you can stack forever. Another good idea is learn how to do a little gardening. I built a hoop greenhouse not long ago out of cattle panels. Cattle panels I had laying around, had the scrap wood laying around. I had to buy just a few 2x4s, stuff like that, but I don't have much at all in my greenhouse. And if that's something you guys would like to see how it's built, I can take you. We'll do a video where I go take you inside it all the way around it. I'll explain how it's built, how it works. But the only thing that I actually had to get for that was the plastic covering. Everything else I had laying around. And if you had to buy it all, you're not going to have over $300 in it, my estimate. But anyway, if that's something you're interested in, be sure to drop it in the comments. Shoot us a thumbs up. And, I'm doing this, guys, to try to help you be more self-sufficient, be more prepared for anything that might happen. I actually think we're going into a second Great Depression. I think the economy is going to crash, especially with this thing going on with Ukraine. I think that may just be an excuse because they know it's coming. They'll have something to blame it on. We've got this trucker convoy that's fixing to start later this month, roll across the United States. That's going to shut stuff down, guys. So I'm telling you, get your affairs in order. Be prepared, and look at long term, not this 1 year out. Look longer than that, because we don't know how long this stuff will go on when shift actually happens. It's important to. The more you know, the least that you'll need to buy is mostly what I'm trying to tell you. But if you're interested in any of that stuff, please, drop in the comments. I'm not doing this trying to, get 10,000 subscribers. I'm not trying to make money with it or anything like that. I'm just here to share and help, and I hope that I'm doing that. I know I ramble and stutter because I'm not good at this, but there's a lot of things that I think I know that I could pass along because I've lived in the Appalachians all my life, and we pretty well taken care of ourselves around here forever. We do most everything for ourselves. We don't depend on everybody else, and I want to teach you those things. So shoot us a thumbs up, please. Leave some comments down there. Tell me what you would like to talk about, and I'll be happy to do it. But anyway, until next time, God bless you. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you then.